Hello there. This is Andrew Garchik, hailing from DP Metal, Design Point's metal 3D printing facility in beautiful Clifton, New Jersey. And I wanted to reach out to you guys today. I haven't posted a video in a while, and we've had some really great updates for the Metal X from Markforged. This is the Metal X system humming behind me, printing some cool parts. We've had some new material releases, a few other things. Also, a colleague of mine, Charles Murphy, I'm not sure if you've seen his videos, but he kind of put me to shame with his LinkedIn video, so I felt inspired to make one of my own. The guy puts a Markforged 3D printer in his Porsche, and he prints parts out of his Porsche. It's really cool. If you haven't seen it, check it out. His name's Charles Murphy. From Design Point, from my company. Really cool stuff. But what I wanted to cover today is big development from Markforged for the Metal X, a new material release, which is Inconel 625. This part right here is made out of Inconel 625, so we're printing with it. We have it in stock. This is already released. This is out already. And it's a really cool material, so I wanted to make this video to talk to you guys about it. It's a super alloy. What's great, what the great characteristics about it are its resistance to high temperatures, and it's very, very corrosion resistant. So what's cool about 3D printing Inconel versus machining it? Well, from what I understand, it's a very hard material to machine because it's so resistant to high temperatures. So you can imagine if you're cutting into a metal to machine it, you're creating kind of a high temperature at that point, and Inconel tends to continuously work harden as you machine it. So when you're 3D printing it, you don't have to worry about that. It prints as easily as any of the other metals from Markforged, specifically 17-4 stainless steel, H13, A2, D2 tool steels. These are already released. I'm already printing parts with all of these. So it's very simple. You just switch the spool out for Inconel, same as you would any other material. And yeah, we're also expecting before the end of the year to see titanium released. So that's really exciting. Can't wait for titanium. And I think 316L as well, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. So yeah, let's talk about Inconel 625, right? So when would you use this versus all of those other great materials I just mentioned? Well, one, like I mentioned, it's resistant to high temperatures. So let's picture you are in aerospace, right? You're designing a jet engine. You have this really cool facility where you're testing the exhaust coming off of it, and you need to obviously have sensors there to test the exhaust. But you need fixtures, right, to hold all these sensors. And the fixtures can't deform or misshape. They have to be very resistant to high temperatures. So that would be a great application for Inconel 625, is to make fixtures for sensors in these kind of environments that are very, very high heat. Another example, as I mentioned, Inconel is very, very corrosion resistant. So let's say you're working on a boat. Let's make it a race boat, right? Let's make it fun. So you're working on a high-performance race boat. You're working on the engine, and you're making engine mounts and parts of the exhaust and whatever else you need for your engine. Well, those parts are going to come into contact with salt water pretty regularly, right? Salt water is corrosive. If you're making the parts out of something else, you're going to have to replace them way more often, which will be much higher cost, and there's lead times associated with that, right? So if you can make it out of material like Inconel, it saves you a lot of time and money. Let's see, what else? This material is not magnetic, which I know may or may not matter to some folks, but all the other materials from Markforged so far have been magnetic. So if you're looking for something non-magnetic, this is non-magnetic. And there's this part right here, right? This is really cool. This is actually from a really cool use case that Markforged has on their website. I'll include the link when I post this, so you can go check it out for yourself. But it's from a company called Nika Systems. This is a clip for a crucible. And long story short, they use these crucibles to melt ore or cement into glass discs. So these crucibles, very, very high temperature. and they need these clips to hold the crucible in place as they melt these materials. So what was in it for Nika Systems? Well, huge savings, cost and time savings, cut their lead times down dramatically, cut their costs down dramatically. Check out the case study, you can get all the details there. But the owner of Nika Systems basically took a look at all the information, said this is a no-brainer. You know, the Metal X is something that we need in-house to make these clips, to save a bunch of time and money. So thank you very much for checking this out. As always, if you think this is cool, please like it, please share it, please comment, let me know that you guys are out there. And as these developments keep coming out from Markforged, I will continue to make videos. Thanks so much. Have a great end of your week and a great weekend after that. Thanks.